Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Looking to throw on third. Fires to the middle. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
They say rain usually affects the defense more than the offense. The offensive player knows where he's going, but the defense will disagree. What a start. Come out, first possession, create a turnover, now send a statement. You ain't throwing the ball in this rain.
Using his legs, it's Haynes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll try the run. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Quick completion on the out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
And this offense is so difficult to stop, especially in this area of the field, because of this QB's running ability, whether it's between the tackles or on the perimeter on designed QB runs. They show it right there.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of...
Look at that toughness just running through everybody. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. He'll try to slam it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, North Carolina 7, Kentucky 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snags it on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pickup of 5 and a first down. And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Right back to the well. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Firing to the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, UNC!
Touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out.
Kentucky, 7.
We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Timeout, North Carolina.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Throwing right. Pulls it in. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Here comes the offense on first down. On the move, it's Haynes. Nice move to keep running. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get them 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
unloads to the wideout. He's got him wide open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Running back searching for a hole. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
In the end zone.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but they've been in a dogfight all day and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over UTEP. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're going to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Rhodes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
Love the effort, tried to toe tap, and at the end of the day, that's just a really good-looking incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Finds a man by himself. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
30, Kentucky 7.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent.
Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Coverage team brings down the returner. All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Can he make it to the marker? And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And the Jayhawks will send their punt team onto the field. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Dropping back. It's Alexander. Now the senior tries to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
He'll hand it off. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Can he get there on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
The Noles will bring their punt team on the field now. Oh, it's a fake here, trying to run for it on the direct snap. And the head coach's gamble there pays off. They do get the 1st down.
Hey, snapping to an offset player like that is much harder than it looks. And to put it exactly where it needed to be, that was perfect.
Single back, takes the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Trying to create here on the move. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket and away from the pressure, and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that 1st down.
The shotgun handoff here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a 1st down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And the Seminoles are looking to keep this drive going.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. The Seminoles line it up with 1st and goal. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
You moment where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. This will be a very short chip shot from 22 yards out. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Kansas offense is back out there now. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. Pressure is coming. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Well, that was exciting, but no one to throw to. Eventually goes down.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
The Jayhawks will have to kick this away. Okay, kick it away for the second time. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Now the try here for the extra point. And the extra point gives him a double-digit lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Jayhawks offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The shotgun running play call. They'll bring him down just short of the 20.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Receiver makes the catch, and they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Lets it fly to the wideout. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there? I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
The Jayhawks will bring their punt team onto the field. And that sets up a return. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
And there's the handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way, can they stop him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the mark before being taken down.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a 1st down.
And now the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, told us about the receivers, and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
So we reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. They come up 2 yards at the goal line. Can they punch it in here on 3rd down? Direct snap to the back. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas. Lining up to try the extra point. The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. Now they get set to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Using his legs here. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain, short of the first down.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Alexander. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And the senior calls his own number, keeps this drive moving.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
A lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Running back grabs it on a screen. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. And the Noah will tussle to the line to run the hurry out. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle up near midfield at the 48. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Hit as he released it. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
It's a very quick throwaway. No man in the area, and here comes the flag for intentional grounding. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Jayhawks will kick this away to start the 2nd half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Alexander. He's running out of time here. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the stop, but a big gain puts him in enemy territory. Ball spotted at the 48.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Important 2nd down play coming up. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. That's a bullet over the middle. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Second down after that previous play. Here's the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Movement at the second level of the defense now. It's a toss to the left side. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking for the wide out. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Physical run earns the 1st down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Noles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Handoff to the back. Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams in the offense.
He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. That's a crucial touchdown for the offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Kansas offense is back out there now. And this offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. There's the handoff. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running back has it on the screen now. In the clear at the 25. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And a big takeaway by the defense on the final play of the quarter. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. An impressive spin there. That's a flashy run with the spin move, but produces just a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the 2nd half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Jayhawks offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, it's just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The pass rush closing in. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the 1st down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
4th down. He's throwing for it. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the 2nd half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over in really good field position, working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout punch.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Back to pass. It's Alexander. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. But there is a flag down, so we'll have to check and see what that's about. So 1st and 10 for the offense after a costly 4th down penalty on the defense. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Now it's 2nd down here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly. That's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught quickly. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Here we go on 4th down. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up, and now you've got another chance at points.
And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. And he's got some open field ahead. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Looking downfield, it's Alexander. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Chris, it's funny. I think this quarterback underestimated the athletic ability of this linebacker. He sees zone right away. He's thinking he's got some underneath windows and opportunities to get the ball to his skill guys. But this linebacker steps in front of him and makes a heck of a play.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oh, my gosh. They go for the big play, and they drop. Boy, that hurts, and it hurts their momentum and a chance at a big play.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, 3rd down and long, maybe you run the ball. Work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing 4th down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
Kansas offense is back out there now. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Breaks loose at the 40. That is a big play, finally brought down at the 44. We'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. The Jayhawks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Looks right for a quick completion. Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Defense looking to dial up some pressure here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit and won't make a difference in the outcome.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
With no time left to kick the PAT as a formality. Surprised they're not going for 2 here. The PAT is good. Doesn't matter much in the end as they go down. What an amazing run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.